When I came to study in Prague in September 2024, I gave myself some time to adjust, taking things very easy during the first semester. When the spring semester started, I decided to do what I know best, which is set goals, and I wrote down my intention for this month: to build a home in Prague. That meant getting out of my comfort zone, putting effort into my friendships, exploring the city, and carving out a small space for myself here. Now, at the end of the semester, I'd say my goal is... Let's get ready for my last dinner with Virginia before we both leave Prague. In exactly a week from now, I'll be at home and I'm so excited about it. Don't get me wrong, I obviously love being in Prague and I love the opportunities, I love the city, I love the people that surround me. However, I've been hit by that homesickness for weeks at this point, and I'm really looking forward to be able to just talk in my language, be with my family, and forget a bit about being an adult and going back to being a kid. I'm a bit scared of doing my makeup with the camera because lately my makeup has already been kind of off. So if it's going to come out like shit, then we can cry together. Yesterday I had my sociology exam, which went fine because it was online. I love university, because the concept of online exams, it's like, oh my God. Overall, I'm just very happy that I'm done with sociology because I have a lot of things to say about that class. But, as Lana Del Rey said, there's things I want to say to you, but I'll just let you live. It's the second time I have to take a sociology class. I also took it in the Netherlands, and it is so disappointing to me because I feel like sociology can be so much more. I feel like it could be such an interesting subject. In my university, there are 4 faculties. There's like journalism, mine, business, international relations, and humanities. So all of our faculties need to understand humans. It is so important to study humans because, like, for example, in PR and marketing, you need to understand your customer. You need to understand your target audience. You need to think about the factors that may influence their purchasing decisions. I'm gonna use bronzer now, and this could either ruin everything or it could make everything great. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, what was I saying? I just feel like I actually don't want to talk to you when I'm doing my bronzer. Just feel like the course is a bit outdated because it's the digital age. And since we have access to so much information, the material that is presented to us, it's not new, it's not groundbreaking. Maybe if my parents would be the one taking the course, they would be like, oh my God, I didn't know that. The bronzer doesn't make me want to smash the mirror, and that's amazing. We have grown so much in the past days. Yesterday I also had my last visual culture class, and we went to photography exhibition of other students from a different course. Today I learned, that is a very generous word. I tried to learn for my psychology exam, which is tomorrow, and actually it's an actual in-person exam. Like, oh my God, crazy. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You know what's a funny thing? Even though I'm about to leave in like a week, I did not even realize that because my mind is not counting the days until I get to leave. I'm actually quite present in the moment, which makes me really happy because I really want to take advantage of these last days. We're going to be really crazy, and I'm going to malign my lips with a brown liner, which could either go really shitty or really good, so we'll see. Well, this is how the makeup turned out. It's not exactly what I wanted it to be, but I also don't hate it, so it's a win in my book. This semester, it felt more important for me to prioritize my friendships over university deadlines. I'm happy to say that people I met at the start of the year, like Virginia, are still a big part of my life now. Just like I'm also grateful that I pushed myself out of my comfort zone and made new friends along the way, like Lisa. Saying yes to social activities more often allowed me not only to meet people I like, but also to be seen by people who might like me. Even in my very last week, I managed to make a new friend just because I chose to be a player rather than an observer. Both metaphorically and literally, since Poppy and I connected through a board game we played after our psychology exam.
Poppy.
Hello.
Next semester, we're gonna be like this, guys.
Like this.
Like this.
Attached to the hip.
Exactly. So get ready for Poppy content next year.
Yes, please.
But no matter how many friends I make in Prague, my friendships from home are still as
For
important.
anyone that doesn't know, I am a grandma. I like to go to bed very early, but today I'll be sacrificing my sleep because one of my friends from home is turning 21. I've known this man for like 13 years and he's one of my closest friends. We haven't gotten to speak to each other properly in like 3 months at this point. Nobody called me at 12 a.m. this year for my birthday, but at 1:30 I get a call from this guy and he's like, Monica, happy birthday! And it was honestly such a sweet surprise, and I want to return the favor. I always return the favor. And I think that the key for long distance friendships is just showing that person that you haven't forgotten about them. Ламолтянь!
Ну, он дал самое, когда вы в городе кукает ловится нахуй.
Дрефт!
Все, чао, Моник,
Все,
пока.
хай, папа.
Все,
Дистракция плакута, куприн шиел, папа.
Přestup na metro. Příští zastávka Malostranské náměstí.
It is criminal that I had to wake up at 6 a.m. on a fucking Friday. I haven't done that for the whole year. And last week, here I am. Here I am for the marketing class, of course.
A thing I decided to stop hiding from is the fact that it's okay to admit it can be hard to live abroad. That realization didn't really hit me until I went to vote and found myself overwhelmed by the sound of people speaking my own language.
I just voted, and I was really close to tears when I went inside, and the security man was like, "Bună ziua," and I was like, "You shut up!" Like, I can't. I'm not in the mental space to be able to handle that.
Sometimes it feels like a part of me is becoming diluted here, which is why I'm so grateful to have a piece of Moldova with me in Prague.
Teraz what you know and the swear word she was saying.
Idę na chuj, kurwa.
Taste test. But я стала позакать Да.
It's the sauce.
I have a confession, one you probably wouldn't guess from my usual behavior, but I'm an extrovert. I love people. Okay, not all people, but my people. And it's funny because as much as I've put effort into building connections here, I still spend a lot of time alone. Not really with my thoughts, no one wants to sit with those, but distracting myself, drowning in to-do lists, and keeping myself locked into strict routines, which is fine to a certain extent. Until I realized, no matter where I am, at home or here, or if I'm traveling, I still have the same morning routine. I try to keep up with my night routine too. I have certain rules and habits that I've implemented in my life, and I just carry them with me no matter where I go. I don't know why I constantly downplay my feelings when it came to my move here, but guys, I was fucking sobbing like every single day before going, like before arriving here in September, because I was so scared and terrified. And it was just, whoa, why are we getting emotional? The fuck? Wait, I've talked about how hard my semester in the Netherlands was, but the hardest consequence that I had to deal with because of it was the loss of my confidence. When I came to Prague, I was not allowing myself to be excited, let me tell you. I was not allowing myself to be excited about the people, about the city, about my new university, because I was so excited and looking forward so much to going to Rotterdam that after that blew out in my face tremendously, I was like, you're not allowed to look forward to that. You are not allowed to have like even one small expectation. And because I had so many insecurities when it came to myself being able to adapt to a new environment and things like that, I was like, okay, I have my routine. I have my routine that is solid, that keeps me on the right track. And I fell into it, and I'm not gonna lie, the first semester I kind of isolated myself, which I don't really think that it was wrong, because last year my priority was focusing on myself and I was still going through a treatment throughout the first semester. So I was like, okay, it is me time, I come first. However, this year, one of my main priorities is my social life. I want to enrich it, enlarge it, and I also want to become more of what I used to be before I left to the Netherlands. And while I definitely do want to give myself the credit, because this first half of the year I did try my best to get out of my comfort zone and say yes more and embrace spontaneity in general, it was definitely very easy for me to lean in this kind of like life algorithm I have made for myself. But that's kind of the problem. I'm not healing anymore. I am healed. Oh, the fucking voice. Like, don't get me wrong, I still have a long way to go until I feel like myself again 100%. But this last month of this semester, I was craving excitement, I was craving new things, because my mind finally processed everything that happened and was like, okay, what's the next thing? Which makes me really happy. And I know this is so fucking disgustingly emotional. I am suffering too when I'm saying these things, okay? I am suffering because I'm not someone that likes being so vulnerable on camera too. But Prague and the people around here offered a great space for me to heal and to start looking forward to the future rather than looking back in the past, which is why I'm so excited for summer right now. And I'm also very excited and looking forward to come back here. I have an exam tomorrow.
It's gonna be fun.
At 8 a.m.
Praying for Monica.
So, after 9 months, can I call Prague home? Yes and no. I'll be honest, if I could, I'd move somewhere new every year until I finally figure out where I want to settle for the long run. But for now, Prague is definitely the right place for university me. I'm excited to see what the next 2 years of my degree will bring, the things I'll get to do, the people I'll meet, and the new memories I'll make with the ones I already know. And most of all, I can't wait to meet the version of myself that I'll become because of this city. The version I never would have met if I hadn't dared to move here.